Pepper says, are you ready to declutter another section in this hoarded basement? I know I am. It is that time of the week again. It is time to declutter another section in this hoarded basement. And each and every week, we've been doing our baby step decluttering, opening more and more space down here. Now, we're going to continue to declutter over here, working our way towards the front of the basement. So when I get started, to avoid getting overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that's in front of me, I'll scan the area and look for the easiest thing I can throw away first. And that's going to be what's in this box. And to my surprise, it's trash alongside Christmas stuff. This is just the packaging from when I went Christmas shopping. And after I wrapped all the presents, I never took it upstairs to throw it out. Most likely because I was in a mad rush to get something else done, thinking I'll go throw it all later, and later never came. Now, I normally do shop my hoarded stash first and try to check off on my list as much as I can, but there's still things that need to be bought. That is directly from my ADHD behaviors, and that's why it's so important to bring that mantra in and say, don't put it down, put it away. Don't put it down, put it away. Now I'm going to pull out this bag of Christmas accessory and pine cones, but this large box, we can totally let this go too. Now this bag has all of my Christmas accessories in it that I wore last year and also to the Hardball Village. So I'm gonna put this all away into the Christmas area. Now, it's already the end of October. Can you believe it? We're gonna start doing the KonMari method on all the Christmas decorations at the end of next week. That is crazy how fast this year is flying. Now, on top of this box is some of my cookbooks and my old bartender's guide. Yes, I was a bartender in college. And I actually, especially now, really want to bring them back up and start using them because I cook more at home. And I actually have an idea for where I would like to create this cute little space. And look at this binder. I started making my own binder for recipes and stuff. And I didn't finish it. ADHD mind, I did not finish it, but I started it. And man, I would really love to bring this up and actually complete it. And we can always find something to declutter from this pile. So yes, we're going to let go of these little instruction pamphlets. I don't need them. And also, this menu takeout organizer is actually really cute, but I don't use it and we're cooking at home so much more. So I'm going to put it on my Facebook Townsgiving page to see, hey, would anyone like this? And look what else I found. I found my old coupon organizer that I used weekly, especially from like 2008 to about I'll even say 2016. And then over the years, I didn't use it as much because we were doing well. But recently I started using coupons again because the price of food is pretty high. And yes, most of them are digital coupons, but I still have paper ones. So I'll discard all the old coupons in here and bring this upstairs. And what's underneath of that? Well, surprise, surprise, it is more paper. Yes, the frenemy of the hoarder. It's kind of a love-hate relationship that we have with it. In some ways, it helps keep us feel nice and secure because if we need a certain document, well, surely we have it on hand. Now, we don't know where it's on hand because it's mixed with other pieces of paper, but we do have it if needed. But we also avoid it because it is so overwhelming to go through all those pieces of paper, and we already struggle with decision making. It took me a while to get to this point, but we are here. You can tackle your paper too. And at the bottom of this box is some very random stuff. And yes, all of this is also a tossy-tossy too. And in the box underneath of that is the rest of my plastic bag hoard. Now, I had been saving plastic bags for years upon years upon years, but this is where they were kind of all contained. Now in New Jersey, there is a ban on single-use plastic bags. You have to use reusable bags when you go shopping. And I know there's kind of a running joke that, oh, plastic bags are the new gold here. And I know that sounds awful when I say it out loud, but it's only because people use them for their own trash bags in their waste baskets and also cleaning up after their pets. And I would reuse them all the time for yard sales or the Facebook giving page, or if I sold something, I would put their items in the bag. And I was always mindful of doing my best to keep it out of a landfill and reuse it. So I think what I'll do is I'll take at least half of this stash and give it away. Trust me, people will pick it up. And we're also going to let go of this box too. I'm going to recycle it as best as I can as well. And of course, our little Miss Pepper, the decluttering manager, she approves of all the decisions we've made so far. And going right over here, I see some more easy tossy-tossies. This can all be recycled. And yeah, there's some more shoe boxes. Now, I held on to shoe boxes for multiple reasons. I used to use them for Operation Christmas Child to fill it up with gifts for other children. And I also used to DIY them into organizational storage bins. And technically, I can still do that, but I don't need to hold on to all of these boxes and diaper boxes. If I have a crafty idea, I can ask my neighbor who has little babies for her to save her diaper box, and any one of my friends to save a shoe box for me if I want to create. All of this is a tossy-tossy for today. Now, this pink tote has a bunch of random stuff in here. Now, this is Brandon's, and I'm going to put it in the toy section because I want him to make the decision on whether he wants to let go of it or not. And this right here is an Eagles game promo shirt, but unfortunately it doesn't fit any of us because it's an extra large. So we're going to let this shirt go too. Now, it looks like there's a lot of things in this bin that are the boys' stuff, and I want them to make the decisions on what they're keeping and letting go of. But there's also a lot of obvious trash in here. So I'm going to take the obvious trash out so that we can still declutter some more stuff today. Now, this bag had some random things in here, and I forgot about it. I forgot about my Christmas Gemmy jewels. Okay. Perfect timing to find this now, and just some other random stuff that has a home that I can put away now. Next, it looks like I was painting something before and did not put it away. This is like stuck to the pan, but that's okay. Let's take care of it now. Now, this is the tossy-tossy, and it was kind of like the tarp that I put on the floor when I was painting, but what it really was a plastic tablecloth that we had at a party before, and I reused it. And as I took that paint roller off, I realized that this paint peels right off of the pan. It's really, really thick. So it must have been some kind of cabinet door paint. So I'm glad I don't have to throw this out. I can actually reuse it for another painting project in the future. And when I'm done peeling all this stuff up, I will put it upstairs into the garage. And believe it or not, this was actually quite satisfying for me to do. Next is the diaper changing station, and this piece of furniture is very sentimental to me, but not everything that's on it. Now this box right here, this is the box that I allowed myself to keep that had bubble wrap, tissue paper, mailers. As long as it was contained in this box, that was the only thing I was allowed to keep, because I have actually used these things before, like to mail stuff out. And because I have such a passion for recycling, I kept just this box. That's why everything else I was able to throw away. Now, there are some very core sentimental items from my childhood, like my My Little Pony tray when I was a little girl, and my Barbie and Skipper playroom. I used to play with this for hours, and yes, I do have all the pieces inside of the box, and I call them my core sentimental items because they are my childhood items, and they ignite the most emotion of happiness, security, joy. I love these pieces so much, and it's okay if I choose to keep them. We're curating all of these favorite pieces with my other childhood items. I'm not forcing myself to let anything go because I still have hoarding disorder and I always will. I'm just modifying the behaviors so that I don't hoard as much stuff. And then I have my most favorite items curated in a bin in a section of the basement that I know where they're at. And because I know where my core sentimental items are at, I can look at the rest of this stuff and say, you know what? It's a tossy-tossy. I don't need it. We can let go of all of that. And it's because of all these special tools that we're using to help heal our hoarding disorder. Baby step decluttering, holding on to the real sentimental items that we love, doing it each and every week so that me and Miss Pepper can start to show you these big tossy piles. All of this is leaving my house. And I'm really proud of it because it's a lot. We're going to recycle it as much as I can. And every time I see this, it's a reminder of how much I'm healing by doing all the internal work inside of me. When you do this emotional decluttering and you pay attention to the emotions and triggers inside of you and honor them and work through them, you'll start to open up more space like this. Look, we opened up another section in this hoarded basement. We're like more than halfway through it, working towards the front. Look at this open space. We did it. We opened up a huge section of this back basement. Wow, like Pepper's so happy she's jumping for joy. But we have really opened up this space so much that I have plenty of room to pull out all the Christmas bins so that we can do the Christmas Kamari decluttering on the decorations next week. And my hope and my prayer is that this video motivated and encouraged you to declutter and clean something in your home today too.